Good day, future educators. I am Ericka Ivana Gizagan, and in this session, we will take a look at the key concepts, frameworks, teaching approaches related to the subject, teaching and assessment of literature studies. So, in this video, I will guide you through a series of questions with answers, correct answers rather, and explanations, and not just identifying the right choice, but also we will understand why the other options are incorrect. So let's begin. In question number 1, we have which framework provides different lenses for interpreting literary text based on identity, era, or worldview? Is it A, genres and authors, B, cultural and historical context, letter C, literary criticism theories, and letter D, comprehension levels? So I will give you time to answer and you may pause this video. Okay, let's reveal the answer. It's letter C. So why letter C? Because literary criticism theories often offer a distinct ways of analyzing and interpreting text based on perspectives like feminism, Marxism, psychoanalysis, and formalism. So this lenses considers the author's identity, era, and social context. That makes the letter C correct choice. And why the others are incorrect? First, letter A, genres and authors, because it refers only to the form and structure of the text, and it helps to set expectations during reading, but not critical interpretation based on identity and or time. Letter B, cultural and historical context. Why is it incorrect? Because it examines the background and environment influencing the text, but doesn't offer a multiple theoretical perspectives. And lastly, letter D, the comprehension levels. Because this framework helps only to guide levels of understanding and not interpretative approaches based on the theory. So in the question number 2, what does cultural and historical context help learners understand when studying literature? A, a plot development climax. Letter B, stylistic features of a poem. Letter C, the background, mood, and societal norms of the time. And letter D, the correct moral lesson of the text. So I will give you time to answer again, and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C. So letter C because cultural and historical context helps the learners understand how time, place, and social norms, religions, and attitudes will shape the text and its meaning. So this framework will ensure that the student will gain not just what is said, but why it was said in that way. Okay? Why the others are incorrect? Letter A, the plot elements relate more to literary structure, not the social and historical relevance of the text. Letter B, the stylistic features of a poem, because this refers to the more of the language or stylistics approach rather than to cultural context. And lastly, the correct moral lesson of the text, because this is not the primary purpose of understanding a context. It is more about a cultural meaning and not moral judgment. Okay? Next, we have question number 3. Which of the following best describes the cultural model in the teaching of literature? A. It lets students share their own thoughts and feelings about a story and focus on meanings they find themselves. B. It uses stories or poems to teach students about culture, history, politics, and traditions, with the teacher giving most of the information. C. It uses acting, games, and group activities to help students understand the story better. And letter D. It asks students to write their own stories or poems based on what they read. So I will give you time to answer and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B, because the cultural model is all about using literature to teach students facts about history, culture, and society. So in this model, the teacher or we, the teachers, will give the most of the information. And the students will learn how the stories show the beliefs and values of different times and places. So the others are incorrect because letter A, it describes the personal growth model. Letter C is also incorrect because it describes the experiential approaches like the language model. And letter D is more about creative writing and not the cultural model. Question number 4. Which approach in teaching literature involves simplifying, rewording, or translating the text to make it more understandable and is characterized as teacher-centered? A. Stylistic approach. B. Paraphrastic approach. Letter C. Language-based approach. Or letter D. Information-based approach. I will give you time to answer and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is paraphrastic approach. So in paraphrastic approach, it involves paraphrasing from the word itself and rewording to the text to a more straightforward language. So it is a teacher-centered and it doesn't include many engaging activities for students. So the others are incorrect, like letter A, the stylistic approach, because it focuses more on analyzing the language features and not on simplification. Letter C, language-based approach. It combines a language learning and literature, but not focus on paraphrasing. And letter D, information-based approach focuses on factual content extraction and not simplifying the language. Okay, next, we have question number 5. In which level of reading comprehension involves analyzing explicit or implicit ideas, making inferences, and asking how or why questions that go beyond what is directly stated in the text? Letter A, literal comprehension. B, interpretive comprehension. C, lexical comprehension. And letter D, applied comprehension. I will give you time to answer and you may pause this video. Okay, we have the interpretive comprehension, because this level includes making inferences and understanding implied meanings, often by answering how or why questions. So why the others are incorrect? Letter A, literal comprehension, because it only looks at directly stated facts. Letter C, lexical comprehension, focuses only on word meanings. Letter D, applied comprehension, it only connects the text to the real-life experiences beyond interpretation. Next, we have question number 6. In which of the following best demonstrate the use of formative assessment in teaching literature? A, giving a multiple choice test on a novel's plot points. B, requiring students to memorize literary terms for a quiz. Or letter C, having students write journal responses and participate in group discussions. Or letter D, administering a final exam on various literary genres. So I will give you time to answer and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C, having students write journal responses and participate in group discussions. Because formative assessment includes activities like journaling and or journals and discussion that supports learning throughout instruction. So the other options are it represents the summative assessment or memorization task. Okay, next we have question number 7. Which poetic device is used when a poet gives human characteristics to non-human things? Is it A, hyperbole, B, personification, C, simile, or D, hyperbaton or hyperbaton? I will give you time to answer this question and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is personification, because it is used when a poet gives human characteristic to non-human things. Like, for example, the wave dance. It's like that. And The others are incorrect because hyperbole uses for extreme exaggeration. Simile, it uses for a comparison using the word like or as. And the hyperbaton or hyperbaton is unusual word order for emphasis. Okay, next question we have. Which of the following is a narrative poem that tells the heroic journey of a legendary figure? Is it A, elegy, B, sonnet, C, epic, or D, haiku? I will give you time to answer and you may pause again this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C, because epic is a long narrative poem about a heroic deeds and events of cultural significance, or it tells the heroic journey of a legendary figure. Letter A is incorrect because it is for a mourning poem. It is like you're giving a grieving poem to a person who died. And letter B is incorrect also, sonnet, because it is composed on a 14-line lyric poem. And letter D, haiku, is a short 3-line poem focusing on nature or emotion. So letter A, letter B, and letter D is not the correct answer for this question. Okay, question number 9. Which of the following best describes the preparatory phase in the humanistic approach to teaching poetry? Is it A? Students express and negotiate their interpretations of the text. B. Students evaluate the poem's meaning through creative outputs. Or letter C. Students engage in pre-literary activities to activate prior knowledge and linguistic skills. Or letter D. Students compare authorial intention with personal interpretation of the text. And I will give you the time to answer this question, and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C, because the preparatory phase involves pre-literary activities like vocabulary building and pre-reading to prepare the students. So the incorrect answers, letter A, letter B, and letter D, doesn't match the humanistic approach in teaching poetry. And number 10, why is a learning plan considered indispensable in teaching? Is it A? It ensures that students will follow the rules or the school rules. Letter B, it provides entertainment for learners during lessons. Or letter C, it outlines learning objectives, activities, and assessments for effective instruction. Or letter D, it replaces the teacher's role in delivering content. And I will give you a minute to answer this question, and you may pause this video. Okay, so the correct answer is letter C. It outlines learning objectives, activities, and assessment for effective instruction, because a learning plan helps the teacher organize the content, strategies, and evaluation, making the instruction purposeful and goal-oriented. And letter A and letter B are it is unrelated to planning. Letter D is wrong because the teacher remains central to learning. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something from this video, and thank you for watching.